They say things like, well, we think with a few rules and a little bit of data, we should be able to get a computer that can understand basic natural language. That didn't happen. They also set the research agenda for some time to come. And these people were an interesting mix too, because you had the guy on the right there, I forgot his name, it's something Rockefeller, and he was from IBM. And then you have Minsky, who was a famous AI researcher at MIT for quite some time. That's McCarthy there. He was the inventor of Lisp. And we'll see Lisp come back a little later, but it's going to be a villain. And he was at Dartmouth and ended up leaving. He didn't get tenure. He invented Lisp and a bunch of concepts in AI and didn't get tenure, and so moved to Carnegie Mellon, which some people have probably heard of in their CS department. And then on the far left, that's Claude Shannon, who was the founder of information theory. And he's actually one of my favorite mathematicians. He wrote my favorite math book because it's one of those math books you go back to, and every time you go back to it, you find something new in it. And it's about information and communication in a mathematical sense, and how to measure the amount of information or measure how much communication you can do across a channel. And it's in a strict engineering or mathematical sense, so might not encompass everything we think about in terms of communication now, but it's just one of those books that he thought of so many things that we're still figuring out today. Now, at the time, information theory became quite popular, and people were using it for problems in psychology and biology and various other things. And they were using it, it was one of these things where there was Shannon called it a bandwagon effect, where it was the notion that, oh, well, we have information theory, we can solve it. And he actually wrote this paper because he got discouraged by so many people making such promises about this branch of mathematics that he'd invented. Maybe you don't think about science as having bandwagons, but it can have these trends for short periods of time, hopefully. And I really liked one quote in here where he said, seldom do more than a few of nature's secrets give way at one time. And so probably just because you come up with this new information theory, it's a lot to expect you're going to solve AI. Probably solving AI is not the matter of a single equation or a single computer system, but it's just a lot of work over time as we gradually get better. Now this happened in the branch of information theory, so things like information entropy, so forth, and a lot of people tried to link that to entropy in the thermodynamic sense, which it is not. It was just sort of a verbal pun that he used to call it that. But he was worried about that bandwagon. Meanwhile, another bandwagon was taking off, which was the artificial intelligence effort that started at Dartmouth. And people started doing things like reasoning. So I have a computer system, it can reason, let me write some useful tools that will help people reason. So one of the first ones was MySyn, which was a medical decision support system. We'd call it an expert system that was meant to identify between two forms of